to another episode of Wall Watch, where we see or we watch how women respond to hitting the wall. Now, we have a woman here who is telling men or telling people to mind their damn business. Now, before we get into this clip, I want you guys to go in this with two questions in mind. Number one, would you date, marry, or avoid? And then the second question is she getting better or worse? All right, let's get into it. Wait. Before we do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, so let's go ahead and get into this.
No, what I can't stand. I can't stand for somebody to be like, oh, women need to cover up more, or women need to wear looser clothing. I got 2 points for you. For one, we ain't always gonna look this good, all right? My titties done already dropped 3 levels.
What? Wait. 1, 2, like, how many levels do you have? You know what? Let's continue.
And this ass is still clapping, even when I'm standing still, all right? We gotta serve it up while it's hot, caliente. While this ass is fatter, I'm gonna serve it on a platter, all right? Point number 2, real easy, real simple. Damn, how you say, mind your business. All right, mind your business, worry about yourself. How you getting tight or upset or bothered by what somebody else is putting on their body? Worry about yourself. Worry about the woman in your life, if you have one. That's it. No, what I can't stand.
What? If you have one, does she not realize that men are mad because when they think they have a woman, they can't get her, right? Because she's listening to a message like this. And has she just thought about the fact that maybe the guys that are telling her not to dress like that, not to act like that, not to talk like that, may just have an interest in her, meaning they may want to make her a wife, or the women that are watching her, they may want to make those women wives. Does she realize that? Now, for me personally, fellas, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. She can get it, and she talking about she can make it. It's clapping. Oh, even when she's standing still. Hey, listen, serve it to me. Serve it to me, caliente. I like my food hot. Serve it to me. Okay. Now, here's my problem. 2 problems, right? 1, don't press me for a relationship, because why would we do that? You're accessible. You're not exclusive. Why would we do that? Number 2 is, do not get mad at me or the other people who are looking at you as a sexual object, because this is how you're treating yourself. So that's my only gripe. Now, the reason why I put this woman on Wall Watch is because I always say when a woman gets older, right, you now have to compete with her past, right? She always has a man that she loved. There was one guy that she did not want to get away that got away. Now you have to compete with that guy. Are you ready to compete with him? Because you don't even know what you're up against. You don't even know what that guy was doing or was willing to do. So now that competition favors the past, meaning she's not going to appreciate what you're doing, or she's going to lose appreciation for it. Next is when they get older, right? And this happens to men too. So this is not a shame. This is not used to shame her, but we're just getting clarification here. When we get older, things that happen, things start to droop. Things start to sag. The hair starts to fall out, right? Meaning it's getting thinner or it's getting gray. Actually, it's doing both. And the beauty, the looks are starting to fade away. Now, this woman is telling you she's holding on to it. I also say women get more expensive. So when this woman was talking about her breast dropping 3 levels, I'm really interested in knowing how many levels does she actually have, because I've dated older women and I know what she's talking about when she said that those breasts drop, right? Because it gets to a point to where it's literally like thin, like, anyway. Now for me, I would date, okay? I would date. I wouldn't marry. Avoid it seems to always be the best option, but at some point in time, you a man, she a woman, grown up things have to happen. So for me, I would have to put her in the date category for sure. Serve me up on the platter. Now, is she getting better or worse? Well, she talked about her ass clapping while she's standing still. I don't know. And then she talked about her breasts drooping, right? Or dropping, right? So I wouldn't put that in the category of getting better. Now, when I say a woman gets more expensive, what I mean is at some point in time, she's going to want you, especially if you have it. If you're the man and you have the money, she's going to want you to pay to get them lifted, to get her breasts lifted. She's going to want you to pay to get something put in her ass. Like, that's just what she's going to want, and she's going to be on you. She's going to press you about it harder than she pressed you for that relationship. Now, I'm not saying you have to buy it, but at some point in time, you may actually think about it because, if they didn't drop 3 levels, you're going to think about it. I'm telling you, because they will get to swinging and flopping around. Now, it does shock me that this woman doesn't understand why men or why people are telling her to cover up. Right now, me personally, am I going to tell her to cover up? No, I'm just going to watch. Right. I'm just going to enjoy the view. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the show, because what I understand about women is you can't change their nature. You can't change who they are at their core. What I've also realized is there's not enough men on the planet for every woman. So every woman doesn't get a man. So for those women, and just so you guys have a rough estimate in your mind, there's millions more women than men. Millions, right? So the number per man is literally like 1 to 5, 1 to 12. It's a ridiculous number because we're talking about millions. And then when you start talking about all the different breakdowns from, is he attractive? How tall is he? How much money does he make? Right now, you're breaking it down even more. So it actually may be 100 or 1,000 to 1 because they're men that they completely disqualify. So this is what I see as their way of actually coping with the fact that they're not going to get the man that they want, or if they get him, it will be for a short period of time. But this is what I call sabotage, right? Because women are competing for the best men, right? The best men women are competing for, fellas. So if your woman isn't competing for you, it's a high chance that she don't like you the way you think she likes you. Okay, just putting that out there. So this is why it's so important to build up your confidence. Now, your confidence is usually built up from the work that you've put in, from the things that you've done over and over and over and over again, because that's where the confidence comes from. I love basketball concepts because I've learned a lot. Now, when I shot the ball 100 times, was I a great shooter? Absolutely not. But when I shot the ball 10,000 times, or when I lost count once I got over 5,000 times, now I have a way better gauge in my mind as far as how my shots are going to go in. Right now, I'm confident when I actually shoot the ball because I can feel how it came off my fingers. The point that I'm making to you guys is confidence comes from somewhere. It usually comes from the work or some type of action that you're continuously doing. So with that being said, I have 3 keys for you, right? The first key is the mind. Right? Meditation, right? Work on your mind. Peace of mind is everything. And that's probably the reason why I wouldn't marry her, because what I understand about life is once you get to a place of peace, you're in a great place. And I don't know if she brings much peace. Next is exercising. When your body feels good, when you're able to move around freely the way you want to move around with your mobility intact, man, it's completely different. Life is completely different. I remember being injured, whether it was a sprained ankle, a fractured ankle, a shoulder out of place, my fingers being crushed and not being able to use one hand, right? When I actually had fingers crushed on both hands. So it's weird when you have to do everything left-handed and you're right-handed. Oh my gosh, the world is a crazy place when you can barely do things because you're not used to using that left hand or your opposite hand. Next, and this is the most important one because this is most important to women. How much money do you have? Invest your money in things that give you a return. Now, you want to get to a point to where you're making money and you're not working, but you're making money as if you're working hard. But that's going to take some time, some energy, and some effort unless you just know the blueprint. And the blueprint is simple. Set up money machines. Set up things that bring you passive income. Now, the reason this is important is because you have to adapt to dating, right? Imagine you got a woman, you got her in her younger years, right? Now, she's a completely different woman when she gets to 35, 40. She is not the same woman that you met when she was 18, 20, 21, 22. Completely different woman. And I'm just letting you know the reason why this is happening is because she's going through a midlife crisis as well, where she's trying to see, okay, do I still got it? What man can I get? Can I get a better man, or did I make a bad choice? So, fellas, this is why it's important for you to get your life together, to get your shit together, because this is stripper culture. It's transactional. Everything is transactional. So you have to be prepared for friends with benefits, situationships, flings, and vacay bays. Because, I mean, if you seen this woman on vacay, if I seen this woman on vacay, serve it up on a platter. Serve it up on a platter. That's what I'm telling you. Okay. Now, with all of this being said, I got to ask you guys something. Did I leave anything out? What do you think? What do you think about this whole topic? Should men really mind their business? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that we finished this video, please do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.